Testing. Hello. Yeah, it's working.
Sweet. That's what's up. All right. And you're all
Our
logged into
powers
Satisfactory?
combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we'll get going then. To our one fan that we have floating around.
Where? Hi.
Yeah.
Does this
So,
count as some sort of industrial espionage?
it is. This is whoever's sitting here hanging out with us. They're actually collecting notes to take down our empire. All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome again to I Wish I Knew. I'm Ziggy, and with me, my conscience here is Garrett. Say hi,
I'm
Garrett.
not I'm not the good kind of conscience. Let's get that out there.
Yeah. Well,
Steal that
speci-
candy bar.
so specifically, what kind of conscience are you then?
The bad kind?
So,
The
a-
libertarian kind?
so anti-Gemini.
Pretty much.
So, and as of this moment, we are currently live on Twitch. Obviously, if you're here, where you can find us every day, Saturday at 9. And this video will be uploaded to YouTube at 9, at least by Monday, in case you miss us here. And since we're on both platforms, we have to do the whole YouTube mantra. Please hit the buttons, share, comment, all that kind of stuff.
Do
And
it.
yeah, please, it really does help. We got to beat the algorithm. Actually, we have to get on the algorithm. We aren't even
And
on it,
then beat it.
and then beat it. So we've got some work to do, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. So tonight we're gonna change up from Modern Warfare. We are doing Satisfactory, and I guess we're doing it because we want to do something a little more relaxing. Because tonight's subject is going to be money and the economy, a super fun topic, but it's one that we need to talk about. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna talk about everything I wish I knew about money, basically, and you know, yeah, that's about it. So, question of the day: uh, can we unlock trains in our 1 hour of doing this episode?
I don't know.
I already know the answer. The answer is no. We're definitely not doing trains.
It's because Satisfactory is an allegory for the economy. Well, capitalism
It's
specifically.
correct.
The
Correct. That's
factory must grow.
correct. Yes, this is why we're doing it, right? Because it's the perfect connection between American capitalism and a video game.
Well, Factorio might be a little better because it has pollution killing the native wildlife.
Oh yeah, and then you get to shoot animals. So perfect.
Because they're interfering with your factory.
Indeed.
A
But
death
okay.
sentence if I've heard one.
So we got to figure out where we want to start first. So Garrett, where do you want to start? Grass
Uh,
fields, rocky desert, northern forest, or dune desert?
um, let's not do the desert. That's boring. Let's do the other one.
Yeah. So I don't want to do grass fields. So then it's between rocky desert or northern forest.
Let's do northern forest. I like a good forest.
Perfect.
We're obviously not doing grass fields. We don't have time for that.
No, God no. We'll be like scouring the country for hours just looking for like copper. All right,
It's like real life.
just like real life. Let me get you in here real quick.
Yeah.
Says you're not on.
It says the same thing about you.
Oh no. Oh no. Hmm.
Invites. I have no invites. What have
Server.
you done?
I don't
I,
know.
I guess this is why this is experimental. Let's leave and come
S-
back.
Yeah, so it completely
If
worked.
this Swedish guy who designed this is watching, come on, man. Unreal Engine 4 Crash Reporter. That's great. That means something.
Oh, did you crash?
I exited and the Crash Reporter was up, so it must have.
Sweet. So
Let's relaunch.
yeah, so we totally tested this And we're like, yeah, this is going to work out just fine. No problem. And here we are trying to figure it out. Now it's
Do you have a session ID?
uh show game. I got a game ID.
What is the numbers?
Oh god. You don't want that.
Is it a lot of numbers?
Yeah, I'll Discord it to you real quick. It's like way too many numbers. See?
As usual, we start the show off right with fail. It has something to do with the economy, you'll see.
Oh, shit. I know why. This is my fault.
It does not want to paste, but paste.
I got it. It's my fault.
I found it. You said it as private, didn't you?
No, 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 no. I was set to family mode, so you should pop up in my thing
I'm
now.
in.
You're in?
I'm in.
There we go. Okay.
I'm here to ruin this planet for
Yeah.
something.
It's completely my fault.
How many leaves should I bring with me?
You should actually bring all the leaves.
I figured.
All right.
But the economy's doing great right now, right?
Actually, depends on who you ask and how you ask.
I'm asking you right now.
No, it's really not.
Let's simplify that real quick.
Yeah, so I guess it's a good place to start because oof, there's two metrics to the economy, right? So you have how the stock market's doing, and then you have how like we're doing as people, right? So
Yeah.
let me ask you this, Garrett. How are you doing as people?
Terrible. Why is everything so expensive?
Right. But see, then if you ask Mr. Big Businessman, everything is doing great.
Well, yeah. Because he's standing on me.
Yes.
There's a flood. He's standing on my back, and he's like, oh, this is fine. My shoes aren't even wet. Meanwhile, I'm drowning.
That's pretty atypical, like, trickle-down economics, right? It's
They don't trickle. If you give the rich people more money, they keep it.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Who would have seen this coming? Not Ronald Reagan, that's for sure.
No, as a matter of fact, he was pretty confident that the world is a very nice place and nothing bad would ever happen if you give,
I admire his optimism.
if you give all the power to the top 1%. Let's see here.
Whoa.
Where you
That's
at?
a poison.
Where are you running off to?
I'm picking up leaves. I was told I should bring leaves.
You should
and
not.
I found...
You should totally stop bringing leaves. Hey, so you know about the scanner, right?
The what?
The scanner. If you hold V.
Oh, yeah. What am I scanning for?
Well, first of all, we got to set down spots for
Yeah, I don't...
materials.
You're not on my heads-up display, so I have no idea where you are.
You're on mine. I'm running to you.
Oh, well, stay away.
But also, I'm being killed by a pig, so...
Cool. Don't you have your zapper?
I do. Do you have a zapper?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, there you are. You're like in
You
a
should be able
corner.
to kill a pig with the zapper.
Yeah.
Wow, wow! I said you, not me. Now there's two of them?
Yes.
That's pertinent information. Now I got one. You get him?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, God.
Yeet. He's dead. Calm down.
There we go. He's ruining my stream!
Resisting.
Stop resisting!
I think he's done resisting.
He is done resisting. Alright. 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 So. There we go. This way. Don't hit me.
It's entertaining.
I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, come this.
It'll be hilarious.
Come with it. Come this way.
Eat a fruit.
I don't have any.
Well, what's with the you dying? This is a danger zone. I can't reach. What is this? Is that a slug? I almost got it.
That's a slug. Yep.
We need that, don't we?
We do, but we also
It's
need.
gone now.
We
To
also
not die.
yeah, need to get like out of the danger zone. I don't know why it spawned you all the way over here, because it was like the worst spot it could spawn you in.
I see that. Look, I didn't have any trouble till you showed up.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Ridiculous.
big guy.
All right.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
All right. You coming?
He's not friend. No, maybe. Where are we going?
We gotta go put down some miners. First of all, we need to go get this iron. Okay. And I need that. All right. I'm gonna have to cut out like all that part right there.
Why?
Oh,
It's quality content.
it is.
It's an allegory for the economy. We're being murdered.
We're being murdered by fat pigs. Which,
See, that fits. You tell me it doesn't.
no, it totally does. All right, so
I've irritated some
We-
more local wildlife.
we were talking about what? Oh,
The
this,
economy. Trickle down economics that, don't.
ah,
Lizard doggo.
you can't train it yet.
You can pet him. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. So, do you know? I mean, one of the things that I always, ever since I joined the workforce, was what, like, I don't know, 17 years ago.
900 years ago.
Yeah, many moons. It's always been difficult.
Social
Right.
Security number 1.
Yeah, yeah. The original Social Security
Give me
number.
Roosevelt.
He probably has it. Frank. You know what he did? He actually invented the FDIC, which is what we'll talk
That's
about.
why he
later.
has it be FD. A little bit of vanity.
Well, he was also like very crippled, right?
He got better.
When he died?
Oh, hey, I found uranium.
Yeah, don't touch that. Ah.
I'm straight up not having a good time here.
Oh, okay. I found a good spot. There
Let's see,
we go.
where's the I'm assuming you're at the iron ore, so I'll
Yes.
go that way.
Well, I'm at one of them.
I'll pick correctly.
There we go.
Closest one is that one.
There we go. And copper. Sweet. Yeah.
And why did FDR invent the FDIC?
Well, it was actually for a plethora of reasons. So, getting a little ahead of myself on it, but why not? So, when the Great Depression happened, and banks, ran out of money because,
Spoiler alert, wasn't that great.
yeah, they all ran, they ran out of money, and the stock market collapsed, and
People jumped out of buildings. It was great.
yeah,
Entertaining.
that's the
not
great.
good.
That was the great part, right? Is that a great many of people jumped out of, tall towers, but
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to contradict you.
no, but basically, that was invented to kind of stymie that, right? So, like, if there's ever a true collapse in, an economy, you won't get that great.
Murder fest, death.
Yeah. No, yeah, you won't get. Man, I can't think of the words.
Hosed?
What's that?
Hosed? Won't lose everything?
Let me simplify this. If the bank runs out of money, the government pays you.
Yes, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. If you run out of money,
Haven't you
the government
seen
pays
It's a
you.
Wonderful Life? They didn't have the FDIC, so Jimmy Stewart nearly got his ass kicked.
Yeah, so this is something that I really actually didn't know until I was older, though. So there is a difference between credit unions and banks, though.
Massive difference.
Yeah. But the thing is like, like around us, we have like Dover Federal Credit Union, right? They're not FDIC insured, right?
Over Federal Credit Union.
The little, yeah, and
They have a jingle.
yes, yes, they do, but yeah, you couldn't. Basically, if you have money in a deposit account in a bank, up to $250,000 is protected for you by the government. But the thing about that, though, is it's not guaranteed. That's actually kind of a
But then what is it?
misconception. So you have to apply for that, and that's
If your money goes away?
yeah. So like, let's say right now the economy just falls apart, and stop. Let's say the economy just falls apart, and yeah, everything's bad, right?
Curse your gift of prophecy.
If you are the guy that goes and waits, and everybody else applies for it, the government only has a certain amount of money. So once
It doesn't. They don't just. If they print more, bad happens.
that's part that's part of tonight's conversation too, right? Is inflation and devaluation of money.
Why can't you print more money?
Because then it's supply, because money works off supply and demand, right?
Yeah, I mean, when have you ever been in a situation where you're like, if I had some pieces of paper, my life would be better right now?
Well, it depends on what kind of paper, right? I find that toilet paper is pretty helpful.
Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
But you don't need it.
So anyways, though, if everything does go tits up, make sure you apply for your money from the FDIC, like as quickly as you can. Because when that happens, there is seriously somebody sitting behind a desk that has to approve your application.
And decides if you live or die.
Basically.
I can't buy my insulin. Well, that's just too damn bad.
Should have applied sooner.
Because apparently life is not a right. Isn't that in the book? That the fancy important paper? Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness?
Yeah, in the big
They
important
withhold
paper.
the life part?
Yeah, and the big important paper, the one that we
Yeah.
subscribe to. Yeah, the freedom of to pursue
Life.
life, liberty, and happiness. But see,
You can
it's only the
pursue
freedom
life,
to
you
do
don't
it.
have
It's
to
not
get
actually a
there.
guarantee.
I suppose.
But to kind of round back to like right now and how we're doing here. So if everybody doesn't know, or from, you're new to the U.S., which probably not if you're watching this, our inflation is at about 9%, right? I think as of June this year, it was 9.1. Probably one of the highest inflation. I mean, one of the highest year-over-year raises in inflation ever in modern history. Probably about 40 years, I think.
1980, I believe, had a 12.5%. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was bad. And then Reagan's like, "I got this. Don't worry."
Yeah. So I mean, from your point of view, Garrett, do you know what caused this inflation?
What that we're having right now?
Yeah.
Well, it depends who you ask.
That is true. But what do you think?
I think it's because the big businesses want more money. I don't know. Obstinately, I believe they're blaming the war in Ukraine.
So yeah, they are blaming the war in Ukraine, and this does actually matter who you ask. You can blame a little bit on Reaganomics, funny enough, but
Of course, you can always blame Reagan.
well, a lot of the problems that we are experiencing now are all a direct result from his garbage policies. But
Garbage is a strong word.
right now, so recovering from the pandemic is one of the big factors. So what happened during the
So
pandemic?
they say. The economy shut down. It ceased growth.
It basically ceased to exist, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Those gas prices, though.
yeah, they were nice. I will not lie.
This is the worst conveyor belt I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's fine. All this is
You-
just temporary. Did you put
Leaves in the bioreactor?
Yeah.
Yes. Way ahead of you.
My man.
The power poles are decorated for Christmas.
I know, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. What do I need to craft the Christmas tree? Cause
We need.
I might do that.
We're gonna need. Wow, we're gonna need stuff.
Say.
So, anyways, though, so the pandemic, nobody was making anything, right? So, like, let's say, like, in our industry, a tractor company that makes, tractors.
Tractors.
Yeah. If
No
one
way.
if one person got COVID on the line, that would shut the line down for like 2 weeks. Oops, I forgot. I
Yeah,
need to spell
because
it.
they were sick.
Yeah, so nobody was really making anything en masse like they were supposed to, and people were buying though. That was the crazy thing. That was the biggest thing to me.
Yeah. Demand went up and supply went down,
Yes.
which is very strange.
Yeah. So in a time where people were out of work, we decided, oh, you know what's really great? We should spend more money.
Yeah. Do I have more money? No. Am I
Yeah.
going to spend it?
Okay.
Absolutely.
But see that also depends on who you ask, because if you ask our coworkers, they'll say, "Oh, well, you had all these people that had money because of the bailouts, the what do you call them, the stimuluses, right?"
Yeah, yeah, I did enjoy the stimuluses, but I noticed I was paying for them when I did my taxes.
Yeah,
Those bastards.
yeah. So on the second hand of that, how much did you get in stimulus before Biden?
Ah, I got the two that came out. Just like there was what, the $1,400 one and the $600 one.
Yeah, so what, we got like $2,000.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, that's all I got. I'm sure you got more. You have children's.
well, the Biden one, we got like 8 grand. I'm not gonna
I
lie,
hate you
that
so much.
that was super nice. But the ones before that, I mean, what, we got like, yeah, we got like $2,000 or something. My whole point is that was not enough to be like, oh, okay, well, this is what's ruining the economy, because individually.
That money comes from somewhere. You can't just hand out money.
No, you're right. You're right. So I'm gonna.
If we're running out of money, you don't just, hey, have some money. No.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get around to that. So because that's partly one of the reasons why we have a problem with inflation too, is because when you just hand money out, you're technically devaluing it. But on the flip side, if people spend it, that also jumpstarts an economy, because you have a tax revenue and people are still
It
spending.
looks good briefly.
Yeah, so there are long-term effects that come with that, but ultimately, stimuluses are a good thing as long as people spend it. So that's important to remember. Now, here's the thing.
I'll take another one if they want to hand one out. I'm not objecting.
I know there's actually clamor to do another one. But here's the thing. People did spend, and what happened is
They spent a lot.
they overspent, and that's what that's the crux of what we're talking about right now, is that everybody overspent. Okay, so what happened was you had all these factories that were shutting down, and then people were like, oh wow, I've got a little bit of extra money, I'm out of work, I'm bored, I need to spend money. Oh, and I can't go to Red Robin. Okay, so now what do
Now
we have?
Amazon went up, what, several billion dollars?
Yes, and um now we have people spending a ton of money. They're clearing out shelves. Remember, we had a toilet paper. We had to run on toilet paper. People couldn't get.
It's a run on toilet paper every time there's a gray cloud in the sky.
Yeah,
You get used to it around here.
yeah. And so.
Better buy milk and toilet paper, because that'll save me in the event of a hurricane.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, and bread.
Yeah, and
Right.
bread. As though you can't incredibly easily make your own bread.
Yeah.
It's like flour, water, yeast. Ta-da! It's bread.
How much yeast do you have just sitting around?
Enough. You
Sweet.
don't need much. You can just use the bread as a starter for more bread.
Are you making anything?
What do you mean?
Uh,
I'm picking leaves. I turned the constructor on, because why leave it there not on? Making steel plates.
oh, you're making plates.
Yeah.
Good.
That seems like something we need. You can't just leave it there off. The line backs up. The factory must grow.
keep the factory moving. Okay. So anyways, so now that's kind of where we're at right now. So now the economy is trying, like it never stopped going, but now it's like kind of catching up. So that's kind of why we're in a problem now, and we really never stopped spending, which that's kind of the problem.
Spending is fun. Saving is boring.
Yeah. But now we're kind of in a pickle, right? Because
A little bit.
yep, now we have all this stuff.
Speak for yourself. I don't have all this stuff.
Yeah. No, what I mean,
Ah!
Jesus, what is this?
A spider?
Take your pet and go.
It's not my pet. It tried to eat me. I'm climbing machinery. You could have fun down there with the spider.
I killed it.
Hey, Dad,
You bastard.
Yes, hon.
you're just all by yourself.
Did
Yeah,
scare
no.
the shit out of me, though.
You on to bed? Go sit somewhere. Thank you. All right. So, anyways, how do we fix it? Just stop spending. That's it.
Oh, okay.
No. So,
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah. No. And basically, there's only two ways to fix what's going on right now. Is you have to increase demand because people aren't going to stop spending. Well, that's also not true. They'll. Oh no!
Did our electrical grid just collapse?
It did.
I've got both biomass burners full.
Oh, we gotta build more biomass burners.
You fuck. You paid no attention. I'm over here turning shit on and pew. Made a great sound.
So we in order to fix all of this mess, basically what we're gonna have to do is you need to increase supply. And the only way to do that is for people to open up businesses. But see, now you can't open up businesses because why?
You
Garrett?
have no money.
Right. And why do you have no money? Because the federal government decides it wants to raise interest rates.
They won't give you any money.
Oh, they'll give it to you. They'll just make you pay for it. Right?
I see that. It's unacceptable.
Because like interest rates are like now up to like 6%. That's nuts.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's been a long time since it's been that high.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
Nothing. You can't really do anything about it. It's not like
Hey, Dad,
it's not like I own my own business. Huh?
Do you want your light on?
Yes, I do. I'm fine, honey.
Yeah, going back to 1980 when inflation was 12.5%, the interest rate appears to be 18%, if I'm reading this chart right.
Yes.
That's what you call bad.
Yeah.
Now, 2008, it was great. 0.1% inflation,
Do you know-
0.25% interest rate. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
note next to that says financial crisis.
Yeah. Yeah. No. 2008 bad.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember much. I was pretty young then, but why? The interest rate was so low. Inflation was low because the economy wasn't growing. We get that.
So why was 2008 bad? So 2008 was bad because this is off the top of my head. I actually wasn't ready to talk about this tonight. But basically what happened is banks create portfolios based on their like assets. So like whenever you get a loan, you're part of like the bank's portfolio, right? And
Yeah.
What was happening is
You
banks,
are the product.
Yeah. So banks were spending, were issuing loans to people that shouldn't have had those loans, right? So, like, for instance, they would give, like, single with, like, the job that you have, like, a $400,000 house loan. I'm like, oh, yeah, he can pay this back.
And then when I don't, they're like, "My God, what do you mean?"
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, buddy, this is your fault.
Yeah.
You knew I couldn't be trusted with that."
Yeah, so that's what was happening. And the thing about it is they would sell those loans off to other banks, right? They would sell the portfolios off and just kind of kick the can down the road, right? And I'm not saying all this happened over just in 2008. This was years of this kind of abuse. And then basically somebody opened up a portfolio and was like, man, we need to collect this money. And yeah, that then everything is history. It all fell apart. So nobody could collect any of this, any money. The market nearly bottomed out. Housing collapsed, and that's why inflation was like 0.1% because
The economy stopped.
yeah, basically. So it was not high for a bad reason. Inversely, inflation's actually a good thing. So
Are you
inflation's
stupid?
yeah. No, inflation is actually a good thing. Very small
What?
amounts, like 2 to 4%, is good because it shows that not only do you have growth, but your goods and services are in demand. So it is actually a hallmark of a healthy economy.
But dialing that back a second, why did you hook a smelter to a limestone mine?
Yeah. You can delete that. We need a constructor.
You don't say.
Oops. So, anyways, so I pick a quieter game that I'm like, oh yeah, I can focus on the conversation, and I'm like, nerp in the game.
And what are you doing with the electrical grid?
So I'm just
This constructor's unhooked.
this is gonna be spaghetti soup until we start getting
Hook the power to it. You're wasting.
what constructor? The power.
This one.
Oh yeah, we should do that. What are we making?
Oh,
iron.
iron rods. The other one's making plates, so that tracks. There we go.
All right, where was I?
I don't know.
You dialed me back, and now I'm lost. No,
The
okay.
economy, bad. 2008,
Yeah.
financial crisis. I don't have that money to pay back.
Yeah. So thanks for the
Give
recap.
us 400 grand. No. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so and you chided me for saying that inflation is good, and some of it is.
Yeah, I
So-
don't have anywhere near the assets to pay back 400 grand. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, and also too on the flip side,
You fool.
too, uh, inflation's good as long as you have a job that is going to keep giving you raises to match your inflation.
Jobs give raises.
Yeah. Some do, believe it or not.
I don't know. I've been told to collect alien artifacts.
Yeah. So
Did you get that one too?
no? I actually got
No.
I got the volume kind of turned down, so I really can't hear too much. There we go. But anyways, so now here we are. So our government wants to keep raising. Yeah, wants to keep raising our interest rates to outstanding
I
levels.
fail to see how that helps anything.
So-
Does it make more money for the government? Is that the dealio?
Yeah, so here's what it does. It returns more money back to the system. And what it also does too, it makes things more expensive. That's more the punch they're looking for. So what they're hoping for is that less and less people will get loans, right? Because who wants to get a loan for a house and, pay like 8% interest when just 2 years ago you could get like a house for like 2% interest, right?
Yeah, I noticed that, because about 2 years ago is when I'm like, how much does a house cost? Oh, that's not bad. Spoiler alert.
Especially
It was
with
bad.
especially with the rate the house or the rate houses were recently, like, so houses were extremely expensive, right?
Yeah. Which I've pretty much resigned myself to never owning my own home.
You will eventually. So now if you think about it, those houses would even be more expensive. But on a different subject, the housing market is actually coming back down, so that's a good thing. But now getting the loans is more expensive because of the damn interest rate. You can't
The
win.
universe conspires against me.
Yeah, you just can't win. So that's neither here nor there, but that's where we're at. But you know, it could be worse because
Oh, sure.
we could be in Argentina right now.
I would like to go to Argentina because then you can solve your problems with gun violence.
Yeah, or also too, you could pretty much buy the government with like $3 because their
Yeah.
inflation rate is like 90% right now.
Um, latest figures I'm seeing from, let me see here. Reuters. That seems to be a financial website.
Reuters, yeah.
At the end of 2021, inflation began to slow down, but year-on-year inflation in Venezuela stands at 155%,
Oof. Oof.
which not good. The bolivar is collapsing very fast. They're attempting to stabilize it. It slowed a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah. But then also too, so one of the big things that we keep hearing is like, at least you know in our field, is how much of a shitty president Joe Biden is, and all this is his fault, right? So I always want to ask people when they say that, you know, how is the president at fault when every other country is experiencing this, except for China, but I never trust their numbers anyways.
China is the reason we're experiencing it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, Turkey is at like an 85% right now, and like
Oof.
Europe in general is probably around a 10% right now. So they're actually feeling a more significant bite than we are. And then also too, the Germans have to, or well, the Germans mostly, but
Do as they do.
yeah, but they all have to worry about Russia, and they're cutting fuel off and stuff like that, which is not going to help
That'll teach
inflation
you to
either.
buy foreign fuel. Ah,
You know, everybody told them don't do that, and they still did it anyways.
the Germans. They think they know best.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Now I'm depressed.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to depress you.
I get that way whenever I look at my bank account.
The way my bank account is set up,
I have $350 in my checking account right now. It's great.
what
I
tax,
can't afford to pay attention.
what income group are you in?
Let me see here. I'll tell you. If I can manipulate multiple tabs. I believe the 12% bracket.
Yeah, so
12% tax rate. Oof, ouch, owie, my bones.
this is something that I didn't know until I got older as well, how income tax actually worked. So you don't get hit with just a flat percentage, right? That'd be too easy. You know, so income groups are, you know, like poor, lower middle, middle, upper middle, and then rich, right? It's like there's a gradient scale of middle class that people just, I guess, either you assume like you're middle class if you make like $100,000 a year or whatever, and then
God, I wish I did.
right,
Is that the middle?
yeah,
That makes me the bottom.
yeah. Well, so I'm gonna
I'm
get
not
into
allowed
that.
to show my face in polite society.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You need to make about $65,000 just to survive in the U.S. right now,
It sort of feels that way.
and well, you know, I've done some like napkin math over the course of the years, but you know, if you're making anything less than that, it's hard. You're cutting multiple things out
I fail to
of
see how I
existence.
can afford a house like this.
Yeah.
I
Um,
just, I don't see it. Wait, the people with less money than me are gonna be like, but Herb. Buddy, we're all getting shat on.
yeah. Yeah, and that's my thing. So I really think I'll probably get hate for this. Minimum wage should be like $22 an hour. This fight for 15 thing is absurd to me. You
So
know,
what you're saying is minimum wage should be my pay.
yeah, yeah, I
I'm a
guess.
minimum wage worker in a perfect world. God, that sounds bad.
Yeah, well, so minimum wage stopped rising with inflation in the
In what,
70s.
1987 or the 70s? Yeah.
Yeah, since the 70s. It
My God,
hasn't.
what are you gonna do with 725?
725. Oh, yeah, God. It's
It
been.
won't even buy you a meal at McDonald's.
No, it won't. And that's sad.
Like what? The double quarter pounder meal is like 9.50 now.
Yeah. So,
I saw a write-up a guy did where he put all the numbers into terms of hours of labor worked for various common goods, like a meal at McDonald's, a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, and it was traumatizing. I wish I
it,
could find it again, but it's bad.
it is
Oh, what do you
traumatizing.
mean I have to work 60 hours to buy this? My God, I wouldn't do that.
I know. I know. It is traumatizing. So, uh, if we look at tax brackets real quick, uh, if you make anywhere from $0 to $11,000, you're getting hit with a flat 10%, right?
Why are you taxing people that make $11,000 a year? Leave
Right.
them alone.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of wild.
You
Um,
take 1,000 of their barely earned dollars? You bastard.
yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't live on that money. Why is there even a tax bracket for it?
I agree. So it shouldn't even be a tax bracket. But let's go the next level up. Your tax bracket. So $11,001 to $44,725. The way taxes work in the U.S. is that you are going to pay a minimum of $1,100 plus 12% of the amount over $1,100. So you're already paying $1,100, and then you got to pay 12% on top of that. Now, assuming you don't have any kind of deductibles like kids or anything like that, that you are going to pay that. That is what
Yeah,
you are paying.
it blows.
So some quick napkin math here. You're paying about $4,000 to $5,000 in income tax a year.
And what does that get me? Eh.
Well, you get the strongest, most powerful military on the planet.
Ah, jeez. That's doing a lot to help me, afford food.
But let me tell you how crappy taxes are when you make over 44.7. When you make anywhere between 44.7 and 95, you are now getting taxed a minimum of $5,147 plus 22%. Okay? That's a pretty major jump. And then the next bracket up from that is 95 to 182. And then this is where things get a little bit wonky too. So it's 16,290 is your minimum plus 24%. So the percentages are pretty similar, but
It
your
only goes
base
up 2%.
right, but your base is much much higher. It's 3 times the amount. Now see,
Oh,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you make 95,376, that's a nasty bracket. That's going to hurt a lot, right? Because then it's like, well, I might as well just make 94,000 and be in the lower tax bracket, then I'll keep most of my money. Right?
but no.
Well,
Doesn't quite work that way.
not really, because you're still paying the 22% all the way up to that $94,000. It's just you're not paying an extra $10,000 in from that minimum, right? But however, if you make $150,000, then yes, you're keeping a lot more of your money, and then that bite isn't so serious. And
It
then
all depends on the minimum. The percentages are not really, they don't affect bracket changes
no,
as much.
no.
So
So
like if I make 90 blah 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 and $5 over, they tax that $5 at 24%. The rest is 22%.
and so why am I talking about all this though? right? The
Important to know.
the reason why I'm talking about this is because the middle class pays the bills. Notice the numbers here. 0 to $182,000 is only 3 tax brackets in there. But get this. There's well, I guess 4 if you include the poverty level. I didn't really include the poverty level
I
in
don't
that.
think the poverty level should even be there, but
Right.
it is.
But get this. There are also 3 tax brackets for over $182,000. Why is that?
Yeah, why aren't there more? It just ends. If you make $5 billion a year, you're still taxed at what, 37%?
Yep, 37
It
plus the
doesn't
174. That's it.
Once you make $578,000 a year, the brackets don't go up.
Right. It's and honestly, after you make $182,000, the taxes are pretty much the same, no matter what.
It doesn't go up a significant amount.
No, it doesn't. And this is why the U.S. economy is FUBAR. Because
No one man should be worth 500 or what was it, $60 billion?
yeah, so
There's no need to have that much money.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like that fucking guy. What's his name?
Elon?
No, he traveled across Asia way back in the day and spent so much gold that he destabilized the economy for most of the continent.
Yeah,
You know who I mean, right?
I do. I don't remember the name. You know I'm terrible with names.
Yeah.
But-
Somebody knows. Why do we have nobody in the comments to help?
If you know who we're talking about, why don't you go ahead and leave a comment for us? That'd be super cool because we can't
I'll
figure
tell
it
you.
out. One of the downsides to not derail the conversation is one of the downsides of doing this live is once we start talking about subject and going off off on a tangent, we don't have the data, so it's like well, here we are, right? But anyways, yeah. So actually, funny enough, man, gear change on that. That's why we got off the gold standard, right? It's because we didn't want foreign governments destabilizing our currency even more by cashing in all their dollars. So we were like, yeah, you know what? We're going to get off the gold standard and not make money actually worth anything.
Yeah, I don't know the right combination of words to Google to answer that question.
Which one? Which question?
The guy.
Oh.
It's right there. It's in my head. I know it.
It's going to completely derail you all night, right? Trying to figure out who
Yeah,
that is.
yeah. Guys, that's it for tonight. We gotta go figure some shit out.
Yeah. So anyways, the whole reason why I'm talking about this, I'm so passionate about this is because there needs to be more tax brackets between that $11,000. Actually, that poverty line up to $11,000, you shouldn't pay anything. I don't care
Yeah,
about your
but-
money. You're not paying any bills.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. If we want to make, honestly, the 12% needs to start at $15,000. Honestly,
Sure.
Actually,
Not that you're gonna be able to exist in the United States on $50,000 a year.
Actually, scratch all that shit. I honestly think because if you go off what I say,
I think
the minimum
taxation
wage.
is theft.
Me too. But the thing is, to create a society that works, you need to have some form of income. And until somebody can tell me how a society of 350 million people makes enough money to keep a military budget that can fight God.
We sell Soylent Green.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. What are we
That's
gonna,
when we get rid of the lowest tax bracket.
yeah. What are we gonna do? Steal Canadians for the Soylent?
No, the lowest tax bracket.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Come on. Read
Speak-
between the lines here.
speaking of dystopian hellscape, right?
I believe that's the plot of Soylent Green?
Yeah. No, I thought those old people. I don't know.
Either way, people. Soylent Green is people!
Up to $32,000, you don't pay taxes.
Hooray!
That would be my thing.
Yeah, because you could theoretically live on that in a rural area.
Yeah. So 32,000 to 50,000 should be the first tax bracket. 51 to about 65 should be another one. 66 to about 90 should be another one, and then 90 to 120 should be another one, and then like 120 to like 160 should be another one, and then you start getting to the rich people taxes.
When do you do that? Go increase by 100,000, 200,000 for the next bracket. Increase by 300,000 to the next bracket. Keep increasing the increase.
Yeah,
Exponential.
yeah, you can.
Will you space it out a little bit, or just every $100,000 is a new tax bracket?
Yeah, well, no, you don't want to do that because then you really
Yeah,
start.
that would be silly.
Yeah, so what you need to do is probably about probably about every 100,000 would be like maybe two tax brackets, and then you stop doing that because yeah, like you said, it just get too silly. But what you need is you need to separate millionaires from billionaires. Okay.
Obviously, we need to prevent billionaires from existing.
So anything up to $1 million might be under like two tax brackets. Like we could do like 200,000 to 500,000 is a tax bracket, and 500 to $1 million is another. And then you would say $1 million to, I don't know, 200 million is another tax bracket entirely. Okay, because then you can start doing
200
that.
million just boggles the mind, but then that's people make billions.
Yeah. So and then billionaires, they totally need a bracket. Like,
Yeah, if you make over $1 billion, you're taxed at 80%. Get fucked.
yeah. So exactly, unless you are investing that into something.
Well, don't give them a loophole. They'll damn well use it.
Yeah, no. So I said
We're
that.
talking income, not net
Yeah,
worth.
yeah. Income. If you're incoming like billions of dollars, but see, that's also how they get around that too, is because like they keep it in assets or whatever. Because like Elon Musk doesn't have $600 billion in his pocket.
I don't know. He's weird. He might.
Yeah, he might.
He's just got a credit card and they liquidate assets to keep it full.
Yeah.
You could just swipe and spend $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm buying another social media. Freedom of speech. Hey, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, so I like, not
Come back.
not to derail entirely too much, but I like how he was like freedom of speech, and then as soon as Kanye was like,
No, not that.
I like Nazis, and he was like, okay, Kanye, goodbye.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's the right thing to do, but
Yeah,
still,
but
though,
you
where's
can't
freedom?
you can't be a free speech absolutionist if you have a limit. Just saying.
I mean, you think, okay, yeah, let's not get into that too much. I'm just gonna mention the South Africa.
Yes.
Elon Musk is South African.
Yeah.
Extrapolate from there.
Right. So, anyways,
Economy.
yeah, so in order to fix a lot of the problems that we have, we're going to need to recognize that there is a problem with the ultra wealthy, and they need to pay their fair share. Because, like, okay, so like, let's just look at it this way. Let's say I make $1 million a year, right? I bring home $1 million a year in my, from my job. Okay, you bring home $50,000. Okay.
Hooray.
So if you bring home $50,000, you're probably paying like, I don't know, something like 10 grand in taxes a year, right? So you're only bringing home like 40 grand. Okay. Now, if I'm taxed, the 37% plus the 174,000, whatever. So sure, what? I'm only bringing home like $550,000, but
Oh, I got something.
I paid more in taxes than you will have brought home in 10 years, right? That's just absurd. And the amount of money that I brought home is literally 14 times the amount that you brought home. What do you got? What's your point?
I've got a chart here that is the federal income tax brackets for the year of 1950.
Ooh.
These numbers are not adjusted, but the percentages ought to tell you what to do. Starts at if you make more than $0, it's 20%.
Holy shit.
The first tax bracket starts at, well, okay, the first bracket is 0 to 2 grand. I don't have the numbers adjusted for inflation. Yeah, you pull that shit up. What's 2 grand in today's money? 1950 to today.
All right.
Gonna need a little perspective here.
$2,000 1950 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $24,731 today.
Okay, so that's about right. If you make from $2,000 to $4,000, the tax bracket is 22%. That's about the same. But where it starts to deviate is if you make more than $10,000 plus 39%. $12,000, 43%. $14,000, 48%.
Whew.
And if I scroll all the way down, if you make more than $200,000, what's that in today's money?
What was that? What was your number?
$200,000.
$2.2 million.
So if you make more than $2.2 million, your tax is 91%.
Holy shit.
I think we can all agree that the 1950s were one of the most prosperous times in the United States.
Yeah, well, that would
It's the
explain.
golden years.
I guess that would explain why, like, Reaganomics.
The rich people paid for all the things.
Yeah, yeah, and we got away from that, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, that sort of says it all right there.
Yeah. So there was
I
a
like
time.
this chart.
Yeah. So there was a time, people, that the rich people did pay.
Paid their fair share.
Yeah, and guess what? The 1950s are largely, look, aside from the civil rights stuff.
We're talking about the economy here.
Yep, I was gonna, but you do have to say this is because.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't great for everybody.
Right, but it was the golden era for the U.S. economy and U.S. middle class. Unless you were black, then everything sucked for you, and it
All
still
the time,
does.
yeah.
It still does, but at least it's better now. But
Yeah, we're trying. It's getting better.
We're getting there. We still got a long way to go. But either way, yeah.
Taxes.
So if 1950s is the gold standard for how an economy should be, and this ultra wealthy were taxed at 91%, why did we deviate from that? Oh, thank you.
The ultra
Reagan.
wealthy bought the politicians.
Yes.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna give you $1 billion to make me not pay taxes anymore. And the guy's like, okay.
Yep. And
He's like, oh, I'll be a billionaire then. I wouldn't want to pay taxes either. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, and now that's why we're here. We're here because people don't want to pay their fair share in taxes.
I'm not. Obviously, they're terrible people. But if you gave me $1 billion, no, I don't want to give you any. Don't be silly. But that's human nature.
Yeah, you want to keep what you earn. I get that.
Maybe someone out there thinks they're Mother Teresa, but I don't know. They say money can't solve your problems. I can't think of any problems I have that wouldn't be solved by money.
There is not a single problem that I have that wouldn't be solved by money. That's 100% true.
Yeah. Hey, where are you at?
I'm just like hand making stuff over in the hub.
Oh well, look at me. Look at where I am. Do you see me?
Yes.
Whee!
No, shark.
Continue as you were.
Now you made me forget. I'm trying to get us some chainsaws so we can,
Wood.
deforest this place.
Yeah, needs a little cleaning up. Hey, I'm just keeping the power on.
Is my stream choppy?
It was there for a second. Looks smooth-ish right now.
Weird.
One lucky viewer can volunteer to monitor the stream. This is an unpaid position.
It's completely
Actually, this is a paid position. You pay me.
right. I don't think we're gonna make it to trains in an hour, bud.
There's a lot of things we're not gonna make it to. Should we do this the America way and try and make it to guns in an hour then? Then we can take others' trains.
We won't even make it to that, honestly.
Jeez. we might be playing Satisfactory again next week.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys like it, because once we start on something, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I think
We
we're gonna.
need-
Yeah, we'll.
I like trains.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. Like, we'll see what we can build here.
Someday there'll be trains.
Yeah. So, another thing though we kind of like touched on was gas prices, and I know this is always a fun topic to talk about.
Yes, because there's a big dial in the Oval Office that says gas prices on it. It can be turned at anyone's whim.
Yeah, yeah, like the president basically just sits behind a desk all day, dialing a big old comically large dial back and forth,
It says like,
cackling the entire time.
oh yes, eating ice cream.
Joe Biden is sitting at the Resolute, laughing the entire time.
Do you think he removed the Diet Coke button? Had the hole patch?
He definitely did. But
Replaced it with an ice cream button?
yeah, he replaced it with
There's
an
already
ice cream
a hole.
button. Yeah, he definitely did do that. There's definitely an ice cream button. But yeah, so he definitely.
And then the rebuttal is usually, well, he's not letting them drill for oil. They have plenty of oil. They charge more for it because they can. Remember what I said about if I had $1 billion, I would want more? Yeah, that.
Yeah, so it's actually more egregious than that, and a lot of people don't actually bother looking into
Using
this
big
part.
words.
So there are like 2,000 drilling permits left
Drillinged?
unexecuted, I think is the word that they use. So the drilling permits are there. They can drill whatever the hell they want to drill.
Fun fact, they don't need to though.
They don't need to because they already mine enough oil that they don't even know what to do with it all. You are gonna kill me.
Is that to actually do damage?
Yeah, it does a lot.
Oh, nice. Die. Ow!
Yeah.
Work faster!
What have you done?
I've been keeping the power on this whole time and keeping all the machines empty so they keep producing.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's all in the box.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm the backbone of this facility.
You're the drone. That's hilarious. I didn't know that.
My God.
Yeah. So, anyways, OPEC, they're the ones to blame for just about everything because, yeah, they want more money. And I guess you can't blame them.
I will. I broke my game.
Did you crash?
No, it's doing weird shit though. Bleh.
What the heck?
I fixed it. Yeah. Didn't you know there's a button you can click to die?
No?
I'm back. See? It's fine.
I didn't know there was a die button.
You just click respawn.
Oh. Okay, well, it's good to know, I guess.
Try it out.
No. I've got too much stuff in my inventory.
You just come back and click take all.
It's too...
Do it. Kill
No.
yourself.
I'm gonna make you a chainsaw, though.
Okay, you can live then.
Oh, what happened?
Did that help?
Hey, stop.
Did it not help? It's all I know how to do.
That was super weird. So, like, I was making the chainsaw, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't. And then...
Cool.
Uh-oh.
They did warn us that this game mode is unstable. If we ever get trucks, you'll all see. What's going on?
There we go. I'm gonna go put it in the box, because I dropped it on the floor, and I lost it in the grass.
You lost it. How do you lose a chainsaw?
I lost the chainsaw in the grass.
Yeah, the stream is a bit choppy.
Oh, why is it choppy?
Hey, look, viewers. Hi, viewers.
Well, hello, viewers.
Let's. Or you should tell us if you want us to see us play the game or discuss why Ronald Reagan fucked me in the ass.
Did Ronald Reagan touch
With his
you
economic policies.
did he touch you in the no-no bits?
Oh, hey, there's a mini game here with this calendar.
What?
You're supposed. There's just something you do. You find numbers. If
What?
there's a 9.
Oh, I see a 15. A 3.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it's an advent. Okay.
Oh.
You're like, it's
Yeah.
a game. It's an advent calendar. Oh, okay.
You know how long it's been since I had an advent calendar?
There's nothing in the 9.
I took it.
You bitch.
Hey, you took the 3, so shut up.
Oh, yes, I got the 10.
I got the 4.
I got the 6.
You sure about that?
Ooh, 5.
Okay, yeah, the 6 is it. Ah, this animation
Ooh.
takes too long.
This is the worst advent calendar I've ever seen.
I got Christmas ornaments and stuff. We have to construct the tree.
We do. It's
Let's get. You think we can do that today?
no.
Jeez.
We don't even have a MAM yet.
Why not?
I haven't built
I
it.
found. I found coal. You bastard. I guess we can. I could throw that in one of the biomass generators, right?
Yeah, you sure can.
This shit burns great. I think we found all of them.
Yeah.
Today's what? The 10th?
Yeah. No, we definitely can. No, did you get the 1?
Yeah, where's the 1?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Hey,
I
Dad.
cheated.
Yes, dear.
100 presents.
Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the 2?
No, I did not get the 2.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, you did, liar.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did, huh? Well, okay.
1, 2, 3.
But still find the 1.
I already did.
Oh, did you? Okay, so
It's on the lizard's tongue.
Oh, sweet. 4? Did we get the 4?
I got the 4.
Okay, I got the 5, the 6,
I got the 7,
and
the
the-
8, and the 9.
and the 10. Okay, yeah, I guess we're
Okay.
good then.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
That definitely helped expand the factory.
I don't think it helped expand anything, bud.
Did it expand our viewer base?
No. No, it did not.
Damn.
Although,
I'm gonna go throw this coal into some heavy machinery. I got 1 coal. Let's see how long that burns for.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
You can't burn coal in a biomass generator, you liar.
No, I never said that you could, did I?
Yes, you did.
No. My bad. You cannot do that. Ow.
Straighten up.
You know, I feel like this is like quality content here. Me just sitting in front of a computer, sitting in front of another computer, putting parts into another computer.
Yeah, now where's my solid biomass, though? Do I have to make it myself?
Yes. And yeah, you definitely do have to make that yourself.
Jeez.
You should make the craft benches occupado.
I'm
Damn it,
making
Garrett.
biomass.
Garrett.
You just told me I had to.
Garrett.
Somehow I do that with a hammer. Hit a leaf with a hammer. Boom.
Oh God, it's a spider. I got it. Don't worry, guys. It's dead.
I was really worried there for a second.
You should be.
Hey, our hour's like up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I guess it's overtime. You want to wrap up anything with the economy and stuff? Because
I
actually,
believe we failed to fix it, but I think that tax data from 1950 pretty much spelled out the problems.
you know what? This actually has to be
That
a
was a
part.
good one.
This has to be a part one then, because I didn't even begin to talk about fractional reserve banking, information of the FDIC, and all that.
Currency.
Yeah, fiat currency, automated clearinghouse, EFTs, debit versus credit.
I understood some of those words.
Yeah. So I think we can make this a part one, and then
Sure.
yeah, we'll go
If you
back.
don't, if you want us to shut the fuck up, just tell us.
Yeah, yeah, or we're gonna keep going about money because it's kind of an important subject, right?
Oh, overtime's supposed to be for goofing off.
No, 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 no. No, we're definitely gonna not talk about money on overtime.
Yeah, don't waste content.
No, but I guess with that, that will end money and economy part one. Then, um, tune in next time on Saturdays at 9.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai.
So yeah,
Ah!
yeah. So
Goku finishes powering up.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut down the weekly topic for I Wish I Knew right now. So thanks for watching that part, but we are gonna be around to actually goof off and do stuff in Satisfactory. We're still gonna be ridiculous.
Cross my
but,
heart, we will not do work off camera.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But anyways, if you're watching
Hey.
this on YouTube, hit all the buttons for us, and then also too, if you're on Twitch, throw us a follow. Why not? Hang out with us. We're
You
kind of
can
cool.
always unfollow us when we annoy you.
That is true, but why would we ever annoy you? Because we're both pretty entertaining people.
Hey, look, alienating some people is entertainment for the rest of them.
Incorrect. You are correct. So yeah, with that, off and on to overtime.